everyone, welcome to Life in Envelopes. I am Jennifer Bleacher. This channel is all about budgeting, paying off debt, and retiring early. So if those are topics that you are also interested in, then please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So today I'm sharing with you 10 wacky ways that we are saving over $1,000 a month in the year 2020. So let me give you a little backstory. About 6 months ago in October, we got to a point in our budget that we were not able to pay all of our bills that were due, plus the minimum due on our credit cards. We had several credit cards. That's a really scary place to be when you're in a situation where you can't pay your bills. And I'm not talking about like aggressively paying off credit cards. We couldn't even pay the minimum on our credit cards. That's how bad of a position we had gotten ourselves into. So at this point, my husband and I have been trying to budget and pay off debt actually for years, unsuccessfully. And we were at a point where we already cut out a lot of stuff from our budget over the years. And we were thinking, what else is there to cut out? So I got like really crazy, and no amount was too small for me. I'm going to go over there's 10 items. I'm going to go over each one, smallest to biggest. And I'll explain a little bit more about no amount being too small. Okay, I'm going to warn you, once you start cutting stuff out of your budget, it becomes very addicting, and you keep looking for like more and more things that can come out your budget. At least it was very addicting for me. So the smallest amount that I was able to cut was $10. The reason why it was important to me to cut that $10 is because I thought of the big picture. I thought of it being a part of the total that I needed to cut out to get to a point that we could survive. But also I thought of it like this: $10 over a 12-month period is a savings of $120. And if I multiply that over a 10-year period, I'm saving $1,200. So anytime that I thought, oh, that's not very much money, I kind of told myself, yes, it is. You have to think of the big picture, the long term. So the cheapest thing, the smallest amount that we saved was $10, and it was on cable. Now, when I called the cable company, I was more than willing to completely get rid of cable at that point. And we just use it for internet. But that's like where my mind was at. I was ready to cut. So when I called the cable company, I was kind of in that mindset of like, what are you going to do to help me out, make this a cheaper bill for me? And I was willing to walk away from them if they didn't make it cheaper. They did make it cheaper by $10. So we saved $10 there. The second place that I saved money was on a subscription. It was like a cleaning subscription that I had that came month to month called Grove Collaborative, which I absolutely love, but it's a real luxury. I don't need to be spending that much every month on cleaning products. It came to $24. After having it, I've had it for a year, and I had a lot of buildup just waiting to be used. So I'm still using those products 6 months later. I'm still using them. So I think it's a good thing to cut from our budget. So that was $24. The third thing I cut from my budget was the Geek Squad insurance on our cell phones. I know it's kind of a risk to not have insurance on your cell phones, but it saves us $22 a month. The fourth thing I cut from our budget was me getting haircuts. Now, my husband stopped getting haircuts about 3 years ago, and I stopped getting a haircut actually a year ago. It might be hard to believe because my hair is so short, but it's the curls. Like if you've seen some of my videos where my hair is ironed, it does look a little bit longer. I haven't cut it for an entire year at this point. So I'm saving $40 a month by cutting out haircuts from my budget, my haircuts from the budget. The fifth thing that we saved money on is our phone bill. Now, we're saving $49 a month on our phone bill, and this is what we did. It was in December. It was time for us to get new phone. So the way our cell phone program worked is every 2 years we get a new phone, and we pay like a monthly amount for that phone. I think it's around $25. My husband and I both have a phone, so that's about $50. Well, it was time to do that, and my husband and I decided we weren't going to do that. We weren't going to get new phones. So that cut off $49 off of our phone bill. The sixth thing where we saved money was on our mortgage. I refinanced our mortgage, even though we've only been living in this house for 1 year. I didn't know if I could refinance. I didn't know if it would make a difference. So I looked into it first. I found out, yes, I could refinance, and it did make a difference. We were able to save $54 a month on our mortgage. Now, I've talked about this before in other videos. Number 7 is my gym. Now, I'm not able to cancel my portion of the gym membership until May, but my husband was on my gym membership, and so was my son, because we had a daycare at the gym. And when I cut my husband out and I cut my son out from my gym membership, that saved me $58 a month. The next thing, this has been very controversial amongst my friends and family. I stopped coloring my gray hair. And I think it's kind of hard to see in these videos, but I'm pretty silver. I have a lot of silver here, from like where I start, the base of my head up until like right where the clips. It's pretty silver. I think it's most noticeable like in the sunshine. I don't mind it so much. I think it's kind of fun. It's kind of cool to get these silver streaks. But some of my friends and family were really hesitant about it. They were worried about me. No worries, I'm perfectly happy going gray. So that is saving me $60 a month. The 9th area where I am saving money is each month. This is a real luxury, so it probably should have come out of the budget. Once a month, I was getting a massage. Now, I have some back problems. I have scoliosis and I have degeneration in my spine. So I have a lot of back pain, and getting a massage once a month was just very enjoyable. In fact, I'm really sad I had to give that up. I was more sad about giving that up than going gray. But I gave it up, and that is saving me $60 a month. Now, the 10th and final big, huge area where we are saving the most money is we consolidated our debt. I have mentioned this before. I know that a lot of financial gurus tell you don't consolidate your debt. Pay off your credit cards one at a time, whether you do the snowball method or the avalanche method, but don't consolidate. Well, we were at a point where we couldn't make our monthly minimum payments. So there was no way we were going to be able to snowball or avalanche those and pay off that debt. We were in a desperate situation, so we did end up consolidating. And when we did that, the monthly minimum that we had to pay towards our credit cards at that point in time was $1,438. And if you think about that we're just paying the minimum, that would have taken us years, maybe like 30 years to pay off if we were just paying the minimum, something crazy like that. And that's just an insane amount of money. That's right up there with our mortgage. That is a lot of money. So when we consolidated, our monthly payment for that same debt came to $665, and it's being paid off in 5 years. All of that debt will be paid off in 5 years. So that is saving us $773 a month. So when I add all of that together, we are saving a total of $1,150 a month. I should have did this before. Okay, so $1,150. So over the year, that is going to save us $13,800. $13,800 are going to be saved this year by making those changes, those small changes, some of them 10, some of them 50. Let's see what that would be over a 10-year period. Wow. Over a 10-year period, that is $138,000. $138,000 just by cutting out those 10 things from our budget that we are going to save. Wow. That's crazy. So the number one thing I would suggest, if you are looking to cut bills, don't think any amount that you're going to cut is too small. Think of it like I did. Calculate how much you're saving over the year. Calculate how much you'd save over a 10-year period, 20-year period. Every little bit counts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you next time. Bye. Logan, why are you spying on me?